Okay, I just loaded up a few rounds. I just did 8 rounds. I didn't go through the process and show you me reloading it. It's a little Lee, I believe this is the 1000 progressive press that I bought, and to be honest, I'm not real crazy about it, but it probably does better in a larger diameter shell. But the little 223, it's such a long and skinny case. I think that's got a lot of my problems. But I still use it. I just use it as a 2-stage press. But that's beside the point. But there's a million videos on how to reload a bullet, so I'm not going to bother including that because that's not the point of this. The point is, can I make this shell, this 223 Remington, with a lead bullet function in an AR-15 reliable and accurate, or at least accurate enough. So I got 2 loads. I just loaded up 4 of each. We used IMR 3031 powder, and I got a lot of conflicting information on the net. I got 4 loaded at 19.5, and with this auto disc, I didn't mean to, but I skipped over 20 grains was what I was trying. I was trying to step it up a little bit at a time, and I ended up jumping. Anyway, these are 21 grains, maybe 21.2 grains. But it should be, safe load. Everything I read, it was all in that range. What varied was the velocity they said they traveled. So it should be a safe load to shoot. We'll see what the velocity is, see what our primers look like, make sure we're not exceeding any pressures. I don't have a pressure gauge. I just go by indications. I'm not going to get into it. You can tell if you're running them too hot or not. Anyway, so let's go pop these off, chronograph them, see if they function in a rifle, and I'll be back. All right. Hey. Calm down for a minute. Let's do a video. Alright. Okay, I'm in this shot. Let's make sure. Of course, you can hear my guinea. Chronograph set up. I feel like I'm not going to get myself in the shot. Anyway, so this should be my starting load. Let's see what happens here. First one was like 21.69. That one was 22.81. Oh, that one I messed up on that. It was 1,500. Yeah, the one that was 1,500 didn't eject. I must have messed up when I was doing that. 2,100. That was my starting load. 19.5 of 3031. So right there it proved what I was wanting to see, if it would function in an AR-15. Right, these were the next load I did was 21.5 grains of 3031, IMR 3031. See, hopefully that focuses. Those were lead bullets, ones I loaded. Little 9-shot mag came with a Colt I used to have. How they come up with a 9-shot, I don't know. Alright, let's see what these do. That was 24.72. 25.47. 25, 29. 24, 30. Ha-ha, it worked. Get over here where you can see. Hopefully you can see that. Let me. 2,430 feet per second. And actually that load there felt good. Now, I can't, to be honest, I was more worried about shooting my chronograph than I was the target. But I'm only like 20 foot away. Those last four, I was trying to keep a little better aim. The first couple, I was just kind of aiming at the paper, period. So, now this is 20 foot. So, but this showed me what I wanted to see. The bullets didn't explode. They stayed together. You know, I didn't have one hitting here and one there. Hey. Anyway, I'm tickled pink over that. My quartet over here. Oh, would y'all get camera shy? Where are you going? Yeah, they might be fussing at me. I need to give them some food. It's been raining today. It might have waterlogged their food. So, yeah, I'm excited about it. It works. First try. Those were the first lead bullets I've shot in this gun. I would explain the TV, but all I'll say is I was doing another video and I didn't get the results I wanted, and so I never did post it. But anyway, that's what birdshot do at about 20 foot. So yeah, birdshot's good for a home defense. Anyway, all right, successful test. All right. Take two. I had to have my head chopped off. Okay. Anyway, so I just did my little shooting test and was successful. There again, let me say again, I was using IMR 3031 powder. Actually was just some old powder I had laying around. Luckily, it was from all the little research I was doing, it was one that would produce a low velocity load. I got a lot of conflicting information. When I was looking into it, the powder charges was the same, but the velocity is where I seen vast results. So, but since the powder charge was the same on all of them, that's what I ran with. My starting load was 19.5 grains, and it gave me about 2,100 feet per second. Like I said again, this is supposed to be a 55 grain bullet. I haven't weighed them. I do have a scale to weigh them. I haven't done that yet. And if I do some more videos and more testing on it, I'll nail it down, find out exactly what this bullet weighs. But it should be around 55. And it was a very successful test. I'm very pleased that I went out there first 223 cast bullets I've ever cast. You know, lubed them, sized them, loaded them. First time I seen if they would even function. I didn't even see if they'd cycle through the gun when I went out there. I just, first one went in and I pulled the trigger. So, very happy with the results. Like I said, the ones at 19.5, around 2,100 feet per second, they were fluctuating a little bit more. When I went to the next four loads, or next four rounds, they were at, 21.2 grains is what it ended up being. This has a disc measure, so you kind of jump. It's hard. You can't just bump up point grains. You jump. And I missed 20 grains is what I was trying for. But that's okay. It actually turned out better because they were right at 2,400 feet per second, which my goal was 2,300 feet per second, and anything less than 2,500 feet per second was my main goal. I was kind of shooting for 23, and I believe I could dial it down a little bit more. But that felt good, and that was by no means a extensive shooting test to see what it's going to do to the rifle. That was a strictly functional test. Will it function the action on the AR-15? And it did. There's nothing modified about this gun. As far as the action or recoil springs or anything like that, that's the same. I haven't changed any of that. This is, just stock basically. So that's very encouraging. I'll probably later work on some more tests as far as how many rounds can you shoot before you start seeing leading, or will you start seeing leading? Definitely I ain't gonna have no 1,000 rounds to burn up in one day. I can't really afford to just burn ammo like that for the heck of it. But I can shoot a couple hundred rounds, take her down, see what she looks like, and go from there. But looks like the accuracy would probably be good enough for practice and training. I was only 20 foot away, but if I'd been on a bench and was really trying for accuracy, I could see what it could do and go from a little bit longer distance. The first few shots, I was just trying to make sure I didn't shoot my chronograph. That's why I was just looking at the paper and kind of eyeballing down the barrel at my chronograph, because your line of sight is higher than the barrel. So I didn't want to think of shooting through it and then actually shoot literally through it. So anyway, so successful test, happy. Looks like I'm going to play around and maybe dial that 21.2, play with that a little bit, go up and down a little bit, and try some different loads for accuracy. And anyway, I think I proved my point, and just to let you know, and anybody out there, anybody else that's interested, it is doable to load a cast 223 bullet to fit and function and fire in a AR-15. And I'm just a dumb redneck down here in the South, and if I can do it first try, now granted I've been loading for 20 years, so I'm not saying I know anything more than anybody else, but I've been doing it long enough to know I can make it work. And I was successful first shot, first try. So there you go. It can be done. Yeah. Anyway, thanks.